Ignore the drone of the British Army helicopter overhead, and you could think you were in Tala or Rahoon, or indeed any of the traveller encampments in the south. It has all the familiar features, including the obvious lack of facilities. This is the nearest thing to a facility that the Glen Road has to offer. The tap, one of two, is used by 50 families at any one time. The Travellers say they've been stopping at the Glen Road for generations, but their spokeswoman, veteran Travellers' rights campaigner Nan Joyce, who now lives in Belfast, says that their demands for a proper site have been ignored for far too long.
Well, there is a lot of bad sites in around the Free State, and on the side of the road the Travellers still living in third world conditions. Excuse me. But this is the worst site that I have ever camped in. And when we go around meeting the leaders, if we don't get no success, I'll be campaigning and we'll be getting the Travellers down to pick it at the City Hall, and we'll be doing all things like that, but we're going to try it a nice way first.
But at Belfast City Hall, the City Council Committee on Community Services are now offering to provide a site which would cater for 20 families. The Council's efforts to tackle the problem have been delayed by the anti-Anglo-Irish Agreement adjournment protest of the Unionist councillors. But official Unionist Fred Procter, who chairs the committee, rejects any suggestion that the Council is dragging its feet.
Well, we've already provided provided one complete site, and we went to tender stage with the other. I don't think that's anyone could accuse us of dragging our feet in the circumstances. I'd also like to say that it's not the duty of the Belfast City Council to house itinerants. We only have an obligation to provide caravan sites for tourists. That's where our housing obligation begins and ends. The Council's doing this as a matter of policy and no other reason.
This is a scale model of what the Council has in mind. The chalets will be built on a fully serviced site at a cost in the region of £1 million. But the Northern Ireland Council for Travelling People say the plan isn't good enough. Now they've produced an alternative proposal for 50 chalets on 2 sites.
The basic objection we have to the City Council proposals are that they haven't asked the travellers themselves. We in the Northern Ireland Council for Travelling People believe that the people who will actually be living on such a site are the most important people in the whole proposal. We also think that the City Council proposal would discriminate against the rest of the travelling families on the site. There are something like 50 to 60 travelling families on the Glen Road at any one time, and it would be impossible to select with any degree of impartiality or fairness 20 families from the rest of the families.
If this isn't a success, and we will do all in our power to try and make it a success, we'll negotiate and we'll try to alleviate or overcome any problems that may arise, but certainly this will be the last attempt as far as this council is concerned.